everyone, hi, it's me and welcome to Jojo's Homemaker and Lifestyle channel. Well, this is the following day to the last vlog I did, and last night's dinner went really well. The guests absolutely loved it. I did pork chops, which I said I was going to do. Today I'm going to make cottage pie. And I'm also going to make an apple and blackberry crumble, which I thought I would do with yourselves. They are eating again tonight. I've told them what I'm doing, so they're looking forward to that. And I was going to make it yesterday, I just didn't get time, so I've got to make it today. So I'm going to make that in a minute. But the crumble I'm going to make first because I can get that done and in the fridge. Now it's a new, I've not done this recipe before. I've done an apple and blackberry crumble before, but not like this. And this recipe, it's on BBC recipes, and you make a bit of a compote before you don't just put the fruit all in a bowl with crumble on the top. You make a compote and cook it like for 3 minutes before you actually put it in the oven. But it sounds really nice, so I'm going to try that one. And I'm going to put a few oats in mine. I like to do a small amount of oats in. I don't halve it or anything like that. It is mainly flour. It's just a few oats I stir in at the end and put a little less flour in than what I would normally do. And it's really nice. And if you sprinkle some sugar over the top, it makes it like a bit crumbly and flapjacky. It's really nice actually. So anyway, let's get on. Oh, and also in the compote I've put a little tiny bit of ground cinnamon as well, because I thought that would be nice. So I'm going to start by peeling the apples. I went to my mum and Colin's this morning for coffee, and they've got a huge apple tree laden with apples. So I went and picked a few apples, and my mum gave me some blackberries that Colin had picked as well that she'd got in the freezer. So they're in soak at the moment. And yeah, as soon as I've done this, I can get on with making the crumble. So what I'm going to do first is the crumble, because the apples will need doing almost straight away, because otherwise they'll discolour. You can stop them from discolouring by mixing a bit of lemon juice in them. So if ever you do peel apples, then if you just put a little bit of lemon juice in with them and mix them in it, it stops them from discolouring, which is a really good trick. So I'm going to start by putting the flour in the mixer. I can do it by hand, but it's just a little bit quicker. I have washed my hands, so now I'm just going to cut the butter in like little cubes. Just makes it a bit easier for mixing in. I have already weighed all this out, so I'm just laughing to myself because I'm thinking, I bet you all think I'm chained to the kitchen. I'm not chained to the kitchen. I just do an awful lot of work in the kitchen, and as I said before, Ade calls it my office. It's just where I spend most of the time of the day, whether it's cooking breakfast for guests or baking cakes for other people, orders, or doing something for ourselves. But I do enjoy it, and I am in my element in the kitchen, so it's fine. So I'm just going to put this on and give this a mix. You want to mix it until it's a fine breadcrumb, really, and then it'll be ready to stir the sugar in. You don't put the sugar in as well, you stir that in afterwards. That's lovely. I will show you this. It's like you want some little lumps in it anyway, because that's what, especially when they're on the top mixed in with the oats, it makes it a little bit flapjacky. I really like it. But Not everybody puts oats in, but hopefully they'll like it. So that's it all mixed. And now I'm just going to stir in the oats and stir in the sugar. Demerara sugar you're supposed to use, but I haven't got any, so I've had to use soft brown sugar. So I used about a quarter of the recipe, just ordinary sugar, just to give it a little bit of coarseness really. And then you just stir it all together, and that is your, it's as simple as that. That's your crumble. So that's the crumble finished. So reflecting back on some of the videos that or some of the vlogs that I've done that are outside, which I know aren't many, there's only a couple. I'm thinking I need to talk more and ask people more and involve you more in me talking. It's like when the Pride Festival we went to, looking back at it, there's so many things I could have said, like we met friends there. I could have introduced you to them and explained where we, just said where we knew them from and how we know them, etc, etc. And these are all things that I feel that I should be doing. I think a lot of it is confidence, but I think that will come in time, but maybe it needs to come sooner rather than later. But I don't find it easy to do out in public, the vlogging, and I really enjoy doing it in home, and I don't have a problem at all. I guess because I'm in my own space, and if Ade's about, then again, that's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem obviously with Ade being around, and he's very encouraging and supportive, but I've had a little bit of negativity, I guess, from people I know, whether it's, I don't know, just a little bit of negativity, and I think it knocks my confidence a little bit, whatever they say, and that's why I struggle, I think, when I'm out to involve other people or to talk to others. But I shouldn't really let it bother me, but I do, and I do struggle a little bit with that, which is something I've got to overcome. And then your experience of watching my vlogs when I'm out, or when we're out, will be a lot more pleasurable. And that's my aim, and that's what I would like, and I want you to enjoy what you see. I don't want you watching and then turning off thinking, oh, she's not saying anything. But hopefully that'll come, and I will try harder in the next one. The next time I go out, I'll try and be a bit more inclusive and involve others, and not necessarily involve others, but just do some more talking really. Right, let me just get rid of these peels. So I've just switched this on, and in here is butter, sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. And once it's melted and it's sort of caramelised a little bit, that's when you put your apples in. So it'll sort of make a caramel saucy type. It'll be lovely, really nice actually. I like that in just apple crumble, to be fair. I probably will do an apple crumble in it as well. I've just been and fetched a couple of apples that were on our tree. The reason I'm going to put these in is because I think it'll be nice with a couple of eating apples in, and some of these have got like little like wormholes in them, you know, where the maggots or something has got in it. Probably still in it. Ooh, it's a bit disgusting to think, but I'm going to cut that off. And obviously I'll cut it because we can't eat them like this. It's a shame to waste them. So I'm going to peel them and cut all the anything like that off and just use the good bit of apple. At least it won't get wasted and it'll be quite nice. So I'm just going to put the apples in there like that. Well, that's a bit of a disaster. I put the apples in thinking it's all dissolved the sugar. It's actually turned to toffee. There's a piece there. Just try it. Oh, it's lovely. It's just like toffee. Oh no. Well, we don't want toffee pieces in it. No, it won't melt, so I'm going to have to take it all out now, put it probably on a tray and pick all the toffee bits out and then just put it back in. Oh, what a disaster. Oh no. So what I'm going to have to do, what I'm doing is I'm just taking it out and just taking the lumps out. Don't want them breaking the breaking the teeth on my apple crumble. I can't believe I've done that. But it's salvageable. I can save it, it's fine. Look, can you see? Oh, I can't believe I've done that. It's just like, wow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some more. There's just a few more bits in there. I'm going to leave, there is still some juice in there that's alright, or syrup. As long as I've got all the hard bits out. I'm just going to add a bit more butter and sugar. I've run out of butter, so I'm using my butter portions. Not very well organised today, really. It's not like I didn't know what I was going to be doing today. So let's put some more butter in, and then, well, at least the apples aren't going to go brown now because they are coated in some of the sugar. So we'll start again. Turn that up. So now I'm going to stir this in the hope that it doesn't caramelise. That's all, I'm going to leave it now at that. I'm going to put the apples in now.
3 minutes, and that's starting now.
So now this just needs 3 minutes. And then I can put the blackberries in. I'm not going to just do the, I shall take some apples out at that point actually. And I've just put the blackberries in now. thought the camera was on. I do apologise. It wasn't on. So these were frozen. I think that's why they've lost their colour a little bit, really. Not as black, but I've put extra in, so yeah. So I've just got to leave that for a minute. And then it's done. I've put some in there, just some apples, so I've got an apple crumble. So I've got this one, I'll put it in this one. A lot of blackberries. It'll be a really full one, it'll be lovely. Apples out and put in here. Because it's too much really, but not enough for another one, so. So I'm going to take these over here. So now I'm just going to put this on here. Put some on this one. There. And I might as well use it all. Not much left. That's it. So that's the apple and blackberry crumble made. So I'm going to put that over here. And now I'm going to peel the potatoes for the cottage pie. If I can find my potato peeler. Right, so I'm going to do all these because I'm going to do one for tonight. And then I'm going to do some like savoury mince without potato on for us. And I'm going to make Ryan a cottage pie so we can take that home and eat it or freeze it for another time. And then when he's busy you can just take that out and have it. Save him doing something on his busy day. Start boiling these so that when I've done the mince I can just mash these and put them straight on top then. So. Right, so I'm going to make a big one of these because this can be frozen and it's really good to freeze. It's a real good thing to have in your freezer for when you're not in the mood for cooking or you just want something quick and easy. Just take it out in the morning or defrost it in the microwave and hey presto, you can just warm it up and have it with vegetables. Or whatever, you can have it on its own. It's got mince, it has onions, carrots and peas, so really it's a meal on its own if you was just to have a bowl of that. But normally, traditionally, you would have a portion of cottage pie and then you would have some vegetables with it and gravy, and it's really nice. So as I said, we're not going to be having the potato, so I will just be portioning us just some of the mince. So yeah, let's get on then and get this done. So there's onions. I'm going to do that. I'm just check the potatoes. You dice everything. It's just all diced. You dice the onion, you dice the carrot. And you just use frozen peas. And you make up a gravy mixture and put that in. I got it off from Google or YouTube, and it was I was googling what to do with some ingredients that I got that I really wanted to use up, and it was traditional Australian outback meal, and I know it got baked beans in. It wasn't. I don't know if it had got mince meat in or sausages. I can't remember. It wasn't a sausage casserole. I make sausage casserole and it was nothing like that. It was quite spicy. I don't know what it was, but it was so nice. I thought I'd saved the recipe, but I was looking for it the other day because I remember it and I wanted to make it Friday, but I couldn't find it. So I haven't got a clue what that was. I'm using 2 onions because I've got 2 packs of mince. You would only normally use 1 onion per pack of mince, but these are 2 large onions. That's that. So now I'm going to do the carrot. Might only need this one, it's a ginormous one. So you just dice these small. So that's the beef, and I've got 2 packs, each at 750 grams, 750 grams. So I've got my, just going to give it a little spray. Quite a bit, we'll need a bit more than that. There, that's fine. And then I'm just going to warm that pan up, and then I'm going to saute the carrots and the onions. You don't want them to really colour, but you want them to cook. So by having it on low with the lid on, it sweats them and it cooks them. So that's the onions. Now I'm just going to put the carrots in as well. So I'm going to give that a little stir. So you can see that. And now I'm just going to pop a lid on that and let that do its thing for about 10 minutes before I add the meat. So I'm just going to check the potatoes. Yeah, they're done. Yeah. Oh, maybe a little bit longer actually. Just give them 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Won't be long. Again, another 5 minutes and then I can put the meat in. So now I'm going to put the mince in. That's it. So now all you're doing now is going to brown the mince. And while the potatoes are hot, I'm going to mash them. So I put some milk and a knob of butter in here, and now that's all mashed nice. You can, if you wanted to, add a bit of grated cheese to it. I did put some salt and pepper in it as well. And you can add cheese as well, which is nice, but I tend to sprinkle it on the top when it's done, so it goes all nice and crispy then in the oven. So I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to carry on with the mince and give it a stir. So that's a bit too thick really, so I'm going to put a bit more water in that. And then now I'm just going to get some more peas and put some peas in. I did just put some in, but there's not really enough, so I'm going to go get some more of them. So I'm just going to put some more water in here, thin it out a bit. Yep. So now that could be poured straight into the cottage pie. So I'm going to add a bit more pepper because I think it's lacking seasoning. So it's okay, it doesn't need any salt, but it does need quite a lot more pepper. That. And then this will be for us tomorrow. So three. So we'll be like just having like a savoury mince really. Yep. And now for the potato. Now I'm just going to grate some cheese and sprinkle that on the top. So now I'm just going to sprinkle a bit of cheese on the top. Not a lot, just a little bit. A little bit on here. There, and now some salt, some pepper, not salt, it doesn't need any more salt. So that's the 2 cottage pies made and 2 crumbles, 1 apple crumble and 1 apple and blackberry crumble. So that's the 2 cottage pies. They're ready for the oven. And that's the apple and blackberry pie, and that's the apple pie. So yeah, really pleased with that. So I'm just cleaning my stove now. Much nicer. That's it, how it should be. So now I'm going to make the custard for the crumble. I like to make my own. I don't think you can beat Bird's custard. It's lovely. Huge tablespoon. 1 each tablespoon. Mix. Oh, and sugar. Sugar. just needs to go in the microwave. So that's all just thickened nicely now. That should be perfect. Yes, it's lovely, that is. So that's done, and what I've done, I've sprinkled a little bit of sugar over the top of it, and that prevents a skin forming. So if you ever do that, you'll never get a skin on the top of your custard. This is the first one done out the oven. So that is cottage pie, for those who have never heard of it. Cottage pie and the crumble is in the oven. I've put the vegetables on steam, and I'm just going to slightly underdo them, and then I'm going to dish them up and keep them warm in the oven just for probably 10-15 minutes actually, but they'll be absolutely fine in there. So the vegetables are steaming away, put them on for 10 minutes, they won't want long, and the crumble and the cottage pie is in there cooking. That will want about 3/4 of an hour, but it's been in a while now already. It's been in about half an hour already. And in the top I've got the tureen, and I shall put the plates in a minute to warm up and to keep the vegetables warm once they're done, and they'll be fine in there for about 10 minutes before. So they are down, so it's all ready. So I've got everything ready. I'm just going to get the veg out and take that in for them. And get the plates out. See, that's still steaming hot. That looks lovely. So I'll take that through for them now. Look, there you go, look, looks nice. That's that. Now there. So there, that's it. That's cottage pie. Thank you very much for joining me on this vlog. I hope you really enjoyed it. The guests definitely enjoyed their dinner, which is lovely. In fact, they've asked if they can have it again tomorrow, and they want the same thing. Luckily there is enough left, so they'll be having the same again tomorrow, which is really nice. So they must have enjoyed it. So that's that. Cottage pie and a blackberry and apple crumble. Thanks a lot for joining me. See you again next time. Bye. Just a quick little clip on the end. I just thought I'd show you these. My doorbell just went, and the guests that I've been cooking dinner for, they've just bought me some beautiful flowers. Oh, that's so appreciated. That's really lovely of them. I said they didn't need to do that. They were, well, they were just showing their appreciation, which was really kind of them. And yeah, flowers, so lovely. I'm going to put them in some water. I just thought I'd share that with you. Oh, bless them. See you later. See you next time. Bye.